Welcome to part 2 of this motor. Very nice.
On this invoice for this muffler shop in the glove box, it says 93, so that's what I'm gonna guess the last year it was that it ran.
It was right around 93 that this thing must have been parked, because on that invoice it says 31 is the first numbers and this is 33, so that's not too many more. Alright, so intake manifold and carburetor off, and I'm unbolting a whole bunch of other odds and ends, just basically prepping to take the heads off. People talk about breathing mountain air and stuff like that. Nah, I prefer air out of this old girl. Don't mind me, just unscrewing this thing. Both the heads are off, everything is stripped down, and I'm pretty sure I found out my main cause of this thing being frozen. So here's the plan of attack. I got some scotch brite, no scratch pads, and I'm gonna soak these things down with this WD-40 penetrant oil, and I got a putty brush, or not a putty brush, putty, whatever the heck this thing is, to scrape out the stuff. And basically I'm just gonna clean everything up and then start smacking on the pistons. It's now Monday and I'm back. This thing marinated over the weekend, and hopefully ate away some junk. Today I'm basically just gonna beat on the pistons, clean them, and repeat. I got these pistons and stuff all cleaned up. The cylinder walls feel really good. This one right here and this other one, those are the worst by far. And the other night when I was knocking on this thing, this one had some movement in it. So hopefully today I'll be able to get everything broke free. We're getting little bits of movement, and this thing's freaking spraying everywhere. I gotta get some glasses on. So I'm just shattering boards over here, trying to get this thing to free up. And what I'm thinking about is maybe I need some more surface area. So I made this thing, and hopefully this metal can disperse all the force so they don't shatter as easy, and then there's more surface area. This thing is still frozen. I've got some movement down below, and I'm gonna add in a couple, or a little bit more liquid in this guy right here and this guy while I mow. I'm gonna do some white vinegar. Basically it's just gonna sit in there for like an hour or so, and then I'm just gonna sweep it right out. I don't think this should do too much damage. It should just do good, hopefully, and we'll see where that puts me. I figured out a way to get leverage. I was like, yeah, I might as well put a ratchet strap on this thing and see what happens. I literally am shaking the motor instead of doing anything. Do you see that movement? This was an idea, but just bent it like nothing. Motor is toast. I've tried everything other than welding a bar on the bottom pulley, but I don't want to do that. It's time to yank it out. First things first, all the fluids are coming out. Oh my gosh. Oh, I forgot to open up the breather. Hold on. Job well done. I didn't show me removing it, but radiator's out, heater's out. I think that's what that is. And then, whoa baby, here's some wasps. That one's name's Jerry. And then there's my very extensive wire harness. Got the crane all built up. I had it all set up and level, but it turns out those legs don't fit under. So digging her down, gonna level her out, and then just hook stuff up. So we're pulling off the exhaust, and that's what it looks like. So looks like we're definitely dealing with a little bit of rust. Just laying under the truck, took both of these things off. They hold on the drive shaft. I gotta unscrew that and take that out, drain out the fluid. Yeah, just chilling under here basically. You know, some people have like car lifts, but I just dig down, you know. Everything on the transmission's unhooked other than the main sinker bolts. Hood is off, so now I believe it's just time to unbolt all the main bolts that hold everything together, and the transmission is drained. So I think we're gonna bolt up the crane. Well, first we gotta make our shop floor, bolt up the crane, and then as we undo stuff, the engine doesn't just I don't think it would, but it might tilt. We don't want that. We want to kind of keep it how it is, and then out it comes. Shop floor is coming together. I did bust out the level. You might wonder, is it level? Nope. So it's basically useless, but for the most part, this looks pretty good. I'm gonna drop the plywood in. That side was a piece of cake. Came right unbolted. This side, on the other hand, is kind of a nightmare. It's covered in grime and stuff. So trying to figure out where to unhook it isn't the easiest. I think I got an idea now. Got the breaker bar on it. Crane's all hooked up, and hopefully can get it out tonight. I don't know, getting dark. In theory, just this side needs to come undone, and the transmission. Everything's unbolted. We tried pulling out the motor once. Transmission is having some problems because of this bottom bar thing. So if you look where it's connected, which is over here, these are rivets, so I think they are. So just drill them out. But when I get to up here, there's no way to fit a drill. There's nothing. There's no way to really do much. So yeah, I don't got many great ideas. It's time to go nuclear and just destroy the thing. The cross member right there, I'm just gonna cut it off. So in case accidents happen, that log is there and the jack is there to catch the transmission. And then in theory, the motor would go upwards. Therefore, that piece of metal there will hopefully stop it and nothing goes wrong. The motor and trans is lifted up on some 2x4s, readjusting this so we can lift it all the way up and out. For connecting it, I just used one of these bolts that was used for the heads, and 2 washers, and then a little washer, and just did it right in between the chains. You already know, leaving the motor in the ring, getting rusty.